States. The ports are all gearing up to handle the increase in cargo. So Atlantica is certainly not going to be the self-sufficiency saver of this area. It's just nothing but a short-term gain, if at all, for this area, and it's only going to be through the Halifax port, and then the rest of this provinces in this area are going to pay for it through their tax dollars on their roads and highways.
If I could just make one last comment. Okay, the whole basis for the Atlantica proposal is that they can make the Canada-U.S. border disappear. The reality of the past few years in the post-9/11 era is that security trumps trade, as Paul Cellucci famously said as U.S. ambassador to Canada. The border is getting harder to cross, not easier. In respect to that, they've stepped up bioterrorism-related searches. They've made importers pay for those. And in respect to that, it's also worth noting that Brian Lee Crowley and the Atlantic Institute for Market Studies have indicated that it would be a good idea to have Canadian border services, or sorry, U.S. border services, my apologies, in Halifax inspecting containers as they come through Halifax. It's also worth noting that they're talking about bringing in these Leviathan ships, post-Panamax size vessels, that are up to double the size of existing container ships. And they would produce a line of tractor trailers 60 kilometers long once they're unloaded. These are all going to go through our highways and will produce trade volumes far in excess of what our local population and economy could justify.
Excuse me, when you were asking before about what's the alternative if we don't have a Center for Energy in this area, and the National Energy Board has a mandate to make sure we don't ship out natural gas from our area if we're not looking after foreseeable future needs. And this is something that they've been circumventing for quite a while. They're going under short orders to allow natural gas to be shipped out of different parts of the Maritimes. It's a cleaner burning fuel in the short term. We're lacking a lot of lateral pipelines that could be brought to different parts of Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, and this would be a way to develop local cleaner industries, take advantage of the resources that we have here instead of merely shipping them out. And I think it's one of the many good points that was made in the report. And I don't believe that New Brunswick wants to become a drive-in, drive-through, ship-out province. That's not what we're about. Pat Hanratty, MEP.
Can I just add one thing? Dee Dee Dago, Canadian Labour Congress. As was mentioned at the beginning of the conference,